What is authentic power? Authentic power is not a technique of leadership. It's a way of being. It's a state of being. It is how you operate in the world. People who have their authentic power, they drive their own lives and their own behavior rather than react out of that fight or flight part of their brain. They don't get as flustered by things that happen because they can see the big picture. They have a bigger vision. And they generate trust and respect. We have all of these roles that we play. And for every role, there is something called the rules of engagement. And we inherit those rules of engagement. People tell us, here's what it is to be a good son, a good daughter, a good husband or wife, or whatever. We inherit those, and some we pick up by ourselves. We start to operate out of those rules, and we develop beliefs about life. Here's how life works because of what my experience is. But what happens is those start to become illusions because those really only operate for us in that circumstance, but we think it's what the whole world is about. So we start thinking this is the way the world is. So instead of having authentic self, authentic voice, authentic power, where we have so much fluidity and ability and creativity, we operate out of roles, rules, and illusions. And that's kind of like this little closed circuit self that we don't even realize that we're doing. Disrespect. When we have that feeling of disrespect, it's not about what other people think. I mean, what other people think or do or whatever, it's nice if they respect you. That's nice. It's nice. But it's not as important as what you do with it. I had this opportunity show up. This woman literally fell out of the sky in front of me and said, "You want to go to China?" I went, "China? Yeah, we're putting this conference on, first Sino-American conference for women's issues in Beijing. I need a marketing director. I can't pay anything. But you can go to China." I'd have to leave my boy. My little baby was like 3 years old. I'm like, China, man. When do you get to go to China? So I said, okay. So I went to China. Like 2 weeks later, I went to China. And it turned out, to make a long story short, that I told a few people there that I was trying to be a singer and everything. And I ended up being the gift. You have these cultural exchanges where they bring out the Ishtar Perlman, this big, and then they'd have me come up, jingle bells, jingle bells. What is this about? Who came up with this? I don't deserve this. And unless you think this is only women, guys, what's the deal with the earlobes, okay? I want to know. All right? Why do they keep growing? What was the plan there? And please don't tell me that's going to happen to me. Point I'm making is we live in this illusion until something happens to remind us that, oh, well, it's true. Something happened to me not too terribly long ago. I went to a meeting. I was looking pretty good. Walked in, and a gentleman friend of mine, probably about 75 years old, says, "Andrea, you look fantastic. In fact, I would say you look semi-gorgeous." What does that mean? Semi-gorgeous. And he goes, "Oh, well, if you were 20 years younger, you'd be gorgeous." Oh, man! Creativity is not linear. Creativity does not go from A to B to C to D. Your ideas are going to show up at any time of the day, any time of the night. You just have to be prepared to write them down when they show up. Alan Alda, the actor, said, "Be brave to live a creative life. Be brave. The creative is the place you have never been. The creative requires you to leave the city of your comfort and go into the wilderness of your intuition. You don't get there by bus or train or plane, but only by hard work, risk, and being willing to not know what you're doing. But what you will discover will be wonderful, because what you will discover is yourself." And folks, I can tell you, being yourself is the most fun you will ever have. Know yourself. Know your real self. Become self-aware. Start making those conscious choices and own all of those gifts and talents, your intelligence. Let it be. Let it well up in you, and then extend yourself out into the world. Give it to the world. Come to know that authentic power you have and use it to make a difference. See, because the bottom line is, we need you. We need you to bring all of that love and beauty that's within you, to bring that out into the world. You see, no one else has what only you can bring. No one. That is who you are. Now, you talk about living the dream. Are you ready to live your dream? Are you? Are you ready? Let's do it!